Hello, good day. So, our topic for today is payroll computation upon a request of one of my previous student. So, what is payroll? So, actually, payroll is an overall term used for several type of operation related to paying employees and paying payroll-related taxes due to the government or state agency. Take note, here in the Philippines, a payroll is not merely salary sa computation of what you had to receive at the end of the month or at the end of the working period. So normally there are some related taxes and government remittances that is deducted here in the Philippines. Okay? So let's proceed. So what are the benefits of the employee? Usually employee compensation consists of salary, bonuses and allowance and travel allowance, meal and clothing, 13-month holiday pay, special pay, overtime, night differential, and hazard pay. It's here in the Philippines, and normally these are regulated by our DOLE. For employer, what their benefit is a profit from their businesses. Okay? So what are salaries deduction? So here in the Philippines, we have taxes. Probably in other country, there also have some federal taxes. We also have security insurance. So in the government, in US, I guess they also have the security insurance for their Medicare and for the when they are already for the pension when they are already old in age or retiring. But here in the Philippines, we have two security insurance. One, social security insurance. This pertain for the private employee, while the government service insurance systems pertain to the public employee or to the government, to the public servant. So we also have the Home Development Fund and the Philippine Health Insurance. Okay? So for taxes and Philippine Health Insurance, these are already expenses. So meaning at the end of our working years or meaning when we retire, we didn't get anything from these two. Because taxes state that these are part of the government for allowing us to use the streets, for the protection they're catering to us, or the government share of our income. Whereas Philippine Health Insurance, from the word itself, insurance, these are also expenses because usually this is an insurance when we get sick. The Philippine Health Insurance will gonna shoulder some of the expenses from our hospitalizations and other hospital bills. Okay? But for security insurance, these are our old age, our retirement pension for working. And the home development fund, this also has a return at the end of our working year. Because normally when we pay certain amount to them, there it also incur interest and we also do some loan for our housing here in the Philippines. I don't know if in other country they also have this. Maybe in our next session I will try to look into that so that we could compare. Next and lastly, the garnishment. The garnishment, these are our loans, salary loan. Those are being held by the federal government for some court ruling. Garnishment, but we won't focus on the garnishment. Okay? So, here's our problem. Suppose Mr. A is working as an accountant to ABC company, have a gross salary of 35,000. We compute for the take-home pay for two cases. A, if company if ABC company is a private entity, and B, if the ABC company is a government entity. So since more people, I guess, who are watching are employed on a private, we first do the private entity. So this is for the SSS. You can see the ER means the employer share and the EE means the employee share. So they also have some contribution, the ER contributions, or normally this is also what do you call the employee compensation. When there are some hazardous at work, you could go to the EC insurance so you could claim some, and OSHC. So you could go to those two entity if your injuries are work related because you are also paying for the insurance or your employees is paying for the insurance, which is the EC contribution or the employee contribution. Okay? So we can see here that our employer has the higher payment over our payment as a contribution to our future retirement. Next. So here it is. And then, since we are 35,000, we go for the 19,750 and above. So, our employer share is 1,600. Our share is 800. And the employer contribution for our EC is 30,000 or 30 pesos for the insurance. Okay? So, let's see. So, Mr. Accountant, salary deduction. So, for the SSS, those that would be deducted from his salary is 800 and the employer contribution would be 1,630 pesos. Next. So for our, this one is for our PhilHealth because of the certain medical act. So PhilHealth now goes a little bit higher. Before, it's quite a little bit lower and based on schedules, but now it's percentage also of our salary. So since we are 35,000 from our problem, so we have now 3%. And according to the law, the 3% would be divided equally among employee and employer. So 3% of 35,000 is 1,800. So since it would be shared equally by both employee and employer, so our employer would also have 900. Okay? So all in all, you are paying for your PhilHealth 1,800. Next, our PagIBIG contribution, it's stated here 1% if 1.5 or below or 2% for employer share. But take note that this one has a maximum amount of 100. So since 100 is 1% of 35,000 is 350. So we go for 100 for both employer and employee contribution. Here. So we have 100. Okay? So our taxable income now is 33,200. So our employer share coming for additional salary coming from our employer would be the SSS 1,600 plus the 30 pesos the EC, the PhilHealth 900, and the Home Development Fund 100. Okay? So now for our tax. So this is for the monthly. We go for the monthly because some would be deducted on a daily wages. But since most of the company here in the Philippines would do the monthly, not the semi-monthly. Okay, because all the deductions were deducted from a certain half pay of our salary. So since we're 35,000, but the taxable income is only 33,200. Okay? So, meaning we fall on 33,332 below because it's 33,200 and not on the above or on the third column because what is been then computed for this one is the taxable income, those when all the deduction from our salary has been deducted already. Okay, so meaning 0 or higher than 20,833 would now be taxable at 20%. Any amount over 20,833. Okay, so you have 33,200. We deduct the ceiling, which is 20,833. So meaning if your taxable income is 20,833 and below, no tax will be deducted unless there are additional income that would be given to you and not subject to our de minimis income. Okay? So our taxable now is 2,473.40 because when we deduct 33,200 by 20,833, it's 12,367. So we said it's 20%, so we have 2,473. Okay? So meaning our take-home pay is 30,726.60 if we are on a private entity. Take note that there's the difference between the SSS and the GSIS. And this is also could be the reason why those who are publicly employed has a higher pension in the future rather than those who are privately employed. Okay? Okay? We do the journal entry. We first journalize all our employer's contribution. So we debit SSS premium expense 16, PhilHealth premium expense 900, uh, PagIBIG or each home development mutual fund premium expense 100, and employees compensation expense 30. So we credit all the payables, the counterpart. So SSS premium payable 16, PhilHealth premium payable 900, home development fund premium payable 100, and then employee compensation payable 30. Next, for our salary, so the salary's expense is 35,000, but normally we don't get the entire 35,000 because our salary is being deducted by the SSS premium payable 800, the PhilHealth premium payable 900, or withholding. It could also be withholding. Some would do that as withholding, some would do that as payable. HDMF premium payable 100, and then withholding tax payable 2,473.40. So cash and bank, or the one that we receive our net pay, is 30,726.60. Okay? Okay? So for our remittance, so number 1, SSS premium payable. This include our those that are deducted from our salary 800 and our employer contribution of 1,600. So all in all 2,400. Employee compensation payable 30 because it's only for our employer. The PhilHealth premium payable, it consists of our share 900 and employer share 900, that's 1/8. Then the HDMF premium payable or PagIBIG, each one is 100, so 200. And the withholding tax payable, because this is a direct tax, meaning only the person who are responsible for this could shoulder that. So we have 2,473.40. So the cash in bank that has to be paid is 6,903.40 for our employer. Okay? Okay? So let's check for our, if we are employed in a government sector. So for GSIS, it's 9% of the basic salary. So 35,000 times 9%. So the contribution is 3,150. And for the employer contribution, it's 12% of their salary of the employee. So that's 4,200. So meaning they paying higher, almost 3 to 4 times than the usual private employee. And that's also the reason why pension from GSIS is higher. Okay, PhilHealth will just be the same. PagIBIG is the same. So for tax, since the deduction is a bit higher, then the tax would be a bit lower. Take note, tax and the deductions are inversely proportional. So our tax is only 2,003.40. Okay, because if you deduct all this one, you would have a lesser amount for tax purposes. So total deduction 6,153.40. So the take home pay is only 28,846.60. See, a bit higher of almost 2,000 pesos for the private rather than the government employee. And that's also the reason why in the future the government would be paying a better pension than a private employee. Okay? So, if you like this video, please subscribe and help me reach out more people by hitting the subscribe button and the like button below. God bless you all. And if you have questions, just comment below. Next time, we will be doing the annualization of taxes. Bye!